Welcome to the Real News Network. I'm Jess Lenore in front of Courthouse East in Baltimore, Maryland. Earlier today, I spoke to Tessa Alston, the president of the Baltimore chapter of the NAACP. This was before the testimony of police officer William Porter. I got to talk to Tessa Alston about how she felt about the prosecution's case against William Porter, first of 6 officers on trial for the death of Freddie Gray, and what this case and all 6 cases mean for the city of Baltimore.
I think this trial means a lot to Baltimore. Quite naturally, it means a lot to Freddie Gray's family. That's number one and foremost. But I think this case and the next 5 cases mean a lot because we've had so much tragedy and people either being beaten or died at the hands of a few police officers in Baltimore, just a few, but it still makes a bad statement for Baltimore. All over the whole United States, we're having this problem, and this is just the ice on the cake when Freddie died, and that's why we're having such a poor relationship, because the Baltimore City Police saw other cities doing this, and you would think that you'd be on your guard not to do the same thing and rough up anybody. I'm a firm believer if someone's doing something bad or wrong as far as society, then take us to jail, take us to central booking, and let the court process work, not hurt, injure, or cause the death of someone. So these cases are putting Baltimore on the map. People here from all over the world looking at this. A lot of students and law students are here looking at this. This case and Baltimore situation will be on the map and in the law professor's hands for a long time, with learning and a teaching moment. Unfortunately, I hope that Freddie's death will bring light to the fact that the Baltimore City Police Department will take action amongst themselves and not let something like this happen again.
Part of the defense argument was they're talking about the incompetency, the lack of training in the police department. Defense is arguing in their opening statement that they're going to provide an officer that made thousands of arrests and rarely, almost never, buckled in a passenger. So is this trial sort of proving that there needs to be an overhaul in the policing?
Yeah, I think it needs to be an overhaul. I think there has been training, not adequate training in recent years. I think a lot of police come out in the street and just look at all, and especially African-American men, as their enemy, and that they're bad, and they can just talk to them and do things to them that they don't do, that they don't need, and that they do not do in other neighborhoods. And that's quite evident. Everybody sees that. What happens in Sandtown or Park Heights, the way that a man is treated, is not the same thing that would happen in a predominantly white neighborhood or a foreign neighborhood. And that's what's sad. Don't treat someone different unless they're acting out of hand and doing something. But just to chase someone who hasn't robbed a bank, hasn't raped anybody, and they wind up dead is totally, totally inappropriate.
And Freddie Gray's death and the uprising that happened in the days and weeks afterward, they put the spotlight on the lack of jobs and opportunities and social mobility. Baltimore has the worst social mobility for poor black people.
And you know what? There's more Freddie Grays. In Baltimore, in every neighborhood that is predominantly African American, between the age of 16 and 40-something, there are more people that are just equivalent to Freddie Gray. There's more mothers that need help with their children. There's more young men that need jobs. And so we need to take this as a learning curve. And number one, the police have done something wrong, but right now, as a society, as a government, anybody in Baltimore, people are trying to engage, but we need to do more because time is of the essence to make corrections in neighborhoods that need help.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.